Hello, imprint friends and family. Miss Annaka here. I am so excited to come to you guys today with story time. So, story time is one of my favorite times at the clinic. I love to read books and I love to listen to books. You never know what type of adventures, so it's very exciting. So, today we have a very important book, but first, before I tell you what book we're going to read, I want to make sure that we have our story time all set up and all ready for a good time. So, step number one, turn those listening ears on. You got them turned on? Oh, don't forget you have to turn both of your listening ears on. Perfect. Nice. We want to make sure that we have a comfy spot. So I am sitting in a chair today, but you can sit on the floor. You can maybe sit on an adult's lap, get cozy in your bed with some blankets and pillows, wherever you're most comfortable. But make sure you have a calm body and listening ready hands. Next, you can always find a reading buddy. So maybe you have a baby doll or a stuffed animal that you love. Maybe a toy car wants to listen to the story. You can always find an adult that might want to listen to the story with you, or maybe you have a brother or sister or a pet that would want to listen to the story. I am going to read a story about a pet today, and this pet says ruff and is red and really big. Do you have any guesses of who the story might be about? Think hard. Any guesses? Okay, fine, I'll tell you. It's about Clifford, the big red dog, and having manners. So manners is another word for being polite. So when you use words like please and thank you and no thank you, please stop, those are using manners. So Clifford's going to give us a little bit of a manners reminder today. Here we go, friends. Hi, I'm Emily Elizabeth, and this is Clifford. Everyone loves Clifford because he has good manners. I taught him myself. Clifford says please when he asks for something. So it looks like Clifford is wanting some dog food. Maybe he's kind of hungry and his tummy's rumbling. So he is going to use his manners and say please. He says thank you when he gets something. So after he gets his food, or it looks like in this picture he's getting a treat, he's going to be sure and say thank you. Send thank you notes. He writes a thank you note when someone gives him a present. So sometimes whenever friends give us something or they do something nice for us, it's really nice for us to write a thank you card. It makes people very happy and feel very grateful for your friendship. Clifford loves to go to the movies. He waits his turn in line. So waiting your turn is also using your manners, especially if you're waiting with a calm body. So I know we work on this one a lot at school when we wait for our turn at the microwaves at lunchtime, when we wait for our turn in the potty, when we really have to go, or also when we wait our turn on the trampoline so that we can make sure that all of our friends are being safe. Don't litter. So litter is another word for trash, and we don't want trash to be on the ground. So Clifford's going to remind us that if you have a snack, Clifford puts the empty bag into the trash can. Clifford doesn't like litter bugs. So if you don't pick up your trash, that's called a litter bug. And we want to make sure that we're being polite to our environment and the place that we're in. So we want to make sure to keep it tidy and use the trash can and put our trash away. I love how everybody is sitting and listening. I'm going to keep going. Say, excuse me. Clifford says, excuse me when he needs to pass in front of people. We use that one sometimes too. Don't talk during a show. So this picture, look, Clifford's around a lot of people. He never talks during the show. Talking disturbs others. So Clifford's saying, shh, I'm not going to talk. Sometimes we work on this one when adults are talking and they need to have an important conversation. We wait our turn with a quiet mouth and we don't talk so that way we're not disturbing the conversation. And pretty soon when that conversation's over, then the adults will let you know when it's your turn to talk, and then you can tell us about all the exciting things that you want to tell us about. When Clifford has to sneeze, he uses a handkerchief or a tissue. It's a good thing that he does. So when you sneeze sometimes, achoo, you need to use a tissue to block the sneeze because we don't want those germs everywhere. And it's really good for your nose to use a tissue. So Clifford's reminding you to use a tissue. Sharing. Clifford has many friends he shares his toy with. So can you find the toys that Clifford's sharing with right now? There's a lot of dogs playing. I see a ball, a bone, a teddy bear, and it looks like a little mouse toy. Can you find all of those toys? This doggy looks like he is being very silly and he has a mean face with the bone. How cute are those doggies? Let's count the dogs. So you have one big dog, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 dogs playing together and sharing. How cool is that? Put your toys away. Clifford puts his toys away when he is through. His friends help. They have good manners too. So it's really important when you're done playing with your toys. I know that sometimes you can be excited to move on to the next thing, but we always need to remember to put our toys away because we don't want them to accidentally get broken or lost. So we want to make sure that we know where they are the next time. Follow the rules. Clifford is a terrific tennis player. He obeys all of the rules of the game. So sometimes it's really polite if we follow the rules in games or in activities. And sometimes it's just being safe too. So it's important to follow the rules. Knocking before you walk in. So we work on this one for the potty also. Knocks on the door before he enters. So it's really important to remember to knock before you go into a room. This is a good lunchtime manner to remember. Clifford chews his food with his mouth closed. He never talks with a mouth full. So sometimes at lunch, especially when we're sitting with our friends, we're really excited to tell them something. And we always need to remember to chew our food up first, especially with a closed mouth like this. And then you can tell your friends, or sometimes if you're chewing and a friend asks you a question and you can't answer because your mouth's full, you can go, and then you can talk when you're ready. Help clean up. Clifford helps with the cleanup. All of our friends are always very good at imprint at school to make sure that we clean up together. And a lot of times, if you use teamwork, stuff's going to get done a lot quicker. And then we can all go on to play. Say goodbye. Then he says thank you and goodbye to his sister and his friend. So if we're having a conversation, it's really polite and it's using your manners to say goodbye before you walk away. That way the other person knows that you're done with the conversation. Have good manners. Everyone loves Clifford's manners. That's why everyone loves Clifford. Can my friends tell me how Clifford feels in this picture? Does he look happy? Does he look sad? Does he look angry? Yeah, I think Clifford's happy too. He's smiling, the sun is out, his friends are hugging him, and that makes him feel so good and so excited. I see a shape down here. That's a heart. You're right. Friends, thank you so much for listening to Story Time today. Tonight, I want you to work on what we read about, which is manners. So that's using your words like please and thank you, or if someone might be doing something that you prefer them not to do and it's not your favorite, you can always say no thank you or please stop. I know these are amazing manners, and I know that all of my friends from Imprint know how to use those manners. So remember do as Clifford does and have manners, and that will make your parents proud, that will make your friends excited, and that'll make all of the teachers at Imprint excited too. So make sure, use those manners, keep those listening ears on, have fun, do new things, but always, always, always remember that you are great, you are kind, and you are important, and we can't wait to see you all back at Imprint very, very soon. Have a great night. I miss you all. Goodbye.